So here we are. I have logged into my AWS console and currently under services menu. As our aim is to launch an EC2 instance, I will click EC2, which is under compute. So I have landed over here on my EC2 dashboard, and as far as the current region is concerned, it's Mumbai, and that's what I wanted because right now from the place where I'm sitting, it's the closest region, so latency will be improved. You can select based on your location, your current location. So running instances, dedicated hosts, volumes, key pairs, placement groups, etc. Everything is 0 except security groups, because by default we have one security group provided by AWS. Now we'll launch instance by clicking this blue button, launch instance. This is step 1. Choose an Amazon machine image, that is AMI. So there are various Linux distributions, Unix and Microsoft Windows as well. We will select Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base. One thing I would like to point out here, if you check mark this free tier only, it will show only free tier eligible AMIs. So here, as I have said earlier, there are 35 AMIs. We are going to select Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base. Select. Step 2, choose an instance type. So instance type, basically you will be selecting your CPU, memory and network performance. So higher the number of CPU and memory capacity, higher will be the price. See, this has been marked, T2 Micro has been marked as free tier eligible, so we will go ahead with this selection. So now we are at step 3, configure instance details. Number of instances, we will keep it 1. Let us keep this simple. Purchasing options, we are not going ahead with spot instances. Network, it's we have selected the default VPC as our network. It means that we are going to launch our instance in this default VPC, that is virtual private cloud. This is our cloud where we are going to launch our instance. Subnet is basically Mumbai region has 2 availability zones, so 2 subnets are displayed over here. We can select any one of them or we can leave it as default, that is without any preference, so it will take care of itself. Auto assign IP, public IP, yes, it should be enabled, so that while instance creation only we can get public IP. Placement group, so since we are having only one instance, we should not bother about this. If we are going ahead with multiple instances and if we want them to keep it side by side, I mean as near as possible, then we should select this add instance to placement group. It is not, as of it, since only one instance is there, this is not required. IAM role, keep this as none because we don't have IAM right now. Shutdown behavior, stop and terminate. So this is basically what you want to do with your instance. If you are shutting it down, should it be stopped or should it be terminated? So let us keep this as stop. Enable termination protection. So this is to check accidental termination. If someone wants to terminate it, some extra steps must be taken. So this is basically to prevent accidental termination. Let us check mark this. Monitoring, enable CloudWatch monitoring. If we are enabling it, charges may apply. So let us not enable it. Tenancy, by default it's shared, so let us keep this, because if we are going ahead with dedicated, it will be charged extra. So we are going ahead with shared. T2 unlimited is also charged. So enabling T2 unlimited allows applications to burst beyond the baseline for as long as needed at any time. If the average CPU utilization of the instance is at or below the baseline, the hourly instance price automatically covers all usage. Otherwise, all usage above baseline is billed. It means for EC2, mainly for T2 family, there is a baseline IOPS. If you want to burst it beyond that, you should enable this, but enabling this will be charged, so let us not enable it for the timing. Now the next step will be adding storage. By default we are provided with a 30 GB EBS storage. We'll keep this as it is and just focus it on delete on termination. So it has been marked. It means once the instance is deleted, this volume will be also deleted. And encryption, this volume is not encrypted. Add tags. So this is basically for identification. Let us write a name, my first server. Okay, that looks good. We can add many other tags as we want. Configure security groups. Security group name, let us my SG. Keep the description as it is, not a problem. Now here we will select HTTP, as we want HTTP web protocol on port 80. It is by default, it's port 80. So we want HTTP communication for our application, so we have enabled HTTP. We also want to access RDP. So let us see how to access RDP. Yes, RDP is there. So once you are selecting RDP, its port range 3389 is by default selected. Here you should focus on this source. Right now this source is custom. You need to select it from anywhere, or you can select it from my IP as well. My IP means it will detect my current network IP and it will allow access only from my system, not from anywhere else. Same is the case with RDP. Let us put it anywhere. So 0.0.0.0/0, it means it is allowing traffic from anywhere. It's just showing you warning that anywhere is not so secured. Review and launch. Yes. So now whatever configurations you have given, it is displayed over here. So if you are alright with it, go ahead. Otherwise you can edit in here as well. See, for everything its edit is there. Now let us go and launch. Okay, here we will need a key pair file to access our instance. This key pair file can be named as, for example, create a new key pair. I will write it as my key pair. Okay, I'll download it. Yes, it's downloaded, saved. Now launch instance. Let us see what happens. Your instance are now launching. The following instance launches have been initiated. So this is the ID of your instance. We'll click this. Yes, one t2.micro instance type is getting launched. The instance state is pending. Status check is initializing. And this is the availability zone. It has in Mumbai region AP South 1A. So we had not, if you remember, we had not selected any subnet, but by default it has given as 1A. Now our instance is running. Status check still initializing state. Let us see what are the other details. Yes, see this my security groups, my SG is there. We can view whatever rules we have provided over there, ports, protocol, source, and we have got one public DNS and one public IP. This public IP can be used to access our instance. Status check, it may take a couple of minutes, so I will pause the video for a while. Okay, so status checks 2x2 is now fully green. So what is this status checks? Actually, this status checks is system status checks and instance status checks. So now both of these values are green. Instance reachability check passed and system reachability check passed. It means the physical host over which this instance is created and the instance is itself, both are working fine. So that's the reason it has given 2x2 checks as green. In monitoring, you can see CPU utilization, disk reads, disk read operation, disk write. These are basic monitoring. So since we don't have anything over there, no action over there, so there is no graph at all. In description you can see whatever configurations we have provided, almost it is there. Suppose tenancy and this monitoring basic was selected, termination protection, etc. Launch time, when did we launch this instance, everything is provided over there. Now, and my key pair is also there. You can see the name is there, but you cannot download it again. So that was the only time when we created my key pair, we have the option to download it. Now you may be wondering what happened to the volume that we created, the EBS volume, 30 gigs EBS volume. Okay, so it's there in volumes. Yes, see this under volumes, my first server, and we have this 30 gigs volume attached to that EC2 instance. This is the attachment information. Availability zone, in which availability zone this EBS volume is there. This has also got status checks. Volume status is OK. Now you can see one running instances, and now we have two security groups because there was one default security group and the one which we created. Key pairs is 1 because we have created one key pair. We have created one volume as well. So this was all about launching an instance. Take a break and we'll see you again in the next lecture.